We all know the feeling. You wake up, your mind is foggy, you have a million things to do, but your body just won't cooperate. You tell yourself, I'm just lazy today. But here's the kicker. It's not laziness. Your brain is buried under layers of burnout, and it's more than just exhaustion. It's a complex system of your brain chemistry going haywire. I'm going to break down the 6 layers of burnout. And yes, one of them is so sneaky, you might not even know it's happening. Let's dive into the truth behind this. By the end of this video, you'll realize why lazy is the wrong word entirely. First, let's acknowledge the thing that most people overlook. The burnout that feels like laziness isn't just a lack of motivation. It's not a flaw. It's a psychological phenomenon happening inside your brain. It's a survival mechanism that's gone into overdrive. You've probably already Googled how to stop being lazy, or why am I always tired, only to find articles telling you to exercise more or manage your time better. But these solutions miss the underlying issue, that your brain's survival systems are blocking your ability to act. This isn't laziness, it's brain chemistry running amok. Dr. Judson Brewer, a neuroscientist at Brown University, has done groundbreaking research into the way our brains handle stress and motivation. He found that 92% of participants who learned how to regulate their stress experienced a significant reduction in feelings of burnout. His work has shown that stress isn't just an emotional experience, it's a full-on biological event in your brain. When you feel stuck in a cycle of burnout, it's not because you're weak or lazy. It's because your brain has literally turned off your motivation centers to protect you from feeling more overwhelmed. Your brain is trying to keep you safe, but it's also stopping you from doing the very things that will make you feel better. Picture this. It's late at night. You've had a long day, and the weight of everything you need to do starts creeping in. You tell yourself you'll get to it tomorrow, but tomorrow never seems to come. The guilt sets in, and suddenly you're stuck in this loop where you're constantly trying to push past your exhaustion, but the more you push, the harder it becomes to move forward. The result? You feel like you're letting yourself down, even though you can't seem to do anything about it. It's a crushing feeling, and you don't have the energy to break the cycle. But here's the thing. That's not laziness. That's burnout working its magic. Now, I'm going to lay out the 6 layers of burnout that are quietly piling on top of you and why they make it so hard to escape this cycle. Some of them will feel too obvious, but trust me, those are the ones that are doing the most damage. Let's go through them one by one. The first layer is cortisol overload. Cortisol is your body's main stress hormone, and it's part of the brain's fight or flight system. When you're constantly stressed, your cortisol levels spike and stay elevated. Over time, this wears your brain and body down, leaving you exhausted, anxious, and with a sense of urgency that never quite seems to go away. This isn't just feeling tired. This is a biochemical process that is literally draining you. In the moment, cortisol makes you feel jittery or overwhelmed, but over time, it erodes your ability to focus and make decisions. Your brain is literally stuck in a perpetual state of emergency. You might feel like you're doing something wrong, that you're not managing your time well enough, but in reality, your brain's stress response is so strong that it's actively working against you. Now, the second layer is dopamine depletion. Dopamine is the brain's reward chemical. When it's in good supply, you feel motivated, focused, and driven. But chronic stress depletes dopamine levels, leaving you with a sense of emotional numbness. What's happening is that your brain isn't producing enough dopamine to help you feel motivated, which is exactly why you can't bring yourself to do the things you know you need to do. It's not that you're lazy, it's that your brain doesn't have the fuel it needs to feel motivated. This dopamine drop can make even the smallest tasks feel impossible. You've probably found yourself looking at your to-do list, and instead of feeling ready to take on the challenge, you feel like you're staring at a mountain. This is because your brain is running on empty. It's not your fault. It's the depletion of this vital brain chemical that's hijacking your ability to act. Here's where it gets tricky. The third layer is emotional exhaustion. This is where burnout becomes more than just physical fatigue. Emotional exhaustion is the result of prolonged stress. Your brain and body have been in a state of fight or flight for so long that you've burned through your emotional reserves. You start to feel disconnected, as if you can't bring yourself to care about things the way you used to. The worst part? You might even feel guilty about it. Why can't you care? Why are you so detached? Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Your brain is trying to protect you from further stress by numbing your emotional responses. This is a defense mechanism, and it's completely natural. But it's also what makes everything feel like too much. You're not broken. You're just in a survival mode that's wearing you out. The key here is recognizing that emotional exhaustion isn't a character flaw. It's a response to the burnout your brain is dealing with. The fourth layer is overwhelm. This layer happens when your brain is receiving too many demands and it doesn't know where to start. It's like being buried under a mountain of responsibilities that you don't feel equipped to climb. Your brain goes into a shutdown mode. It's not that you're lazy, it's that you literally cannot process everything at once. The neurological pathways for focus and problem solving are bogged down, making it hard to tackle even simple tasks. This sense of overwhelm makes you feel incapable of doing anything at all. It's paralyzing. You may find yourself procrastinating, or worse, abandoning projects altogether, simply because the pile of tasks feels like too much. But here's the thing. This isn't about willpower. It's about a system that's overloaded, and it's completely understandable. Let me interrupt for a second and say, stay with me here. I know it's a lot to process, but keep going. We're almost through the layers. You're going to get there, I promise. The fifth layer is depression-like symptoms. When burnout gets extreme, it can feel like you're sinking into depression. But here's the crucial distinction. Burnout-induced depression is temporary. It's the result of all the other layers piling on top of each other. When burnout goes unaddressed, it can mimic the emotional and psychological symptoms of depression. But it's important to remember, this isn't a lifelong condition. It's the aftermath of burnout. And once it's dealt with, it's possible to feel lighter and more present again. Finally, the sixth layer is disconnection. You stop feeling connected to your goals, your passion, and even to the people around you. Your brain has essentially shut down its social bonding pathways because it's too busy trying to keep you alive. This layer can feel the most isolating. You wonder why you can't seem to care about anything, not the things you used to love, not the relationships you value. But once again, this is not a reflection of your character. This is burnout's final act, the emotional numbness that leaves you feeling empty. Here's where things turn around. Understanding these layers gives you permission to stop blaming yourself. This isn't about laziness. It's about your brain's survival mechanisms running amok. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're exhausted. So what can you do about this? The first step is awareness. When you understand the layers of burnout, you can stop beating yourself up for not being able to just push through. You can stop judging yourself for feeling stuck. It's okay to be in this space, but it's not okay to stay here forever. Recognize it, validate it, and take small steps to give your brain the rest it needs. The next step is to reframe your relationship with rest. Your brain is telling you it's overwhelmed, and instead of fighting it, listen. Honor that fatigue. Don't push through just for the sake of doing something. Rest isn't laziness. Rest is the very thing that can help you rebuild your brain's resources. And finally, recognize that you're allowed to heal. You're allowed to take breaks. The cycle of burnout is not a punishment for being lazy. It's simply your brain's way of saying, I need time to restore. Give yourself permission to take that time. You deserve it. This isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about understanding the layers of burnout, acknowledging them, and allowing your brain the space to heal. The truth is, you've been doing the best you can, and now that you understand this, you can do even better.